you can't tell who's who, can you? Now I know what you're thinking as you're sitting there in that reclining lazy boy in your local movie theater that you rented out specifically so you could watch this video, because that's what you do for my videos. It's an event. As you're sitting there, I know what you're thinking. Wow, Autumn, you got this video out so fast. AutumnCon was like 2 days ago. Thank you. Thank you for identifying how quickly it took me to make this video. You know, that's just one of the perks of getting better and better at all of this shiz. It just rolls straight out. I don't even have to take any time for it. Now, many of you have been asking the question, Autumn, when are you going to talk about the trailer? When are we talking about the trailer? What are your thoughts on the trailer? And here's the issue, guys. AMC never released the trailer, all right? And as a visual explainer, it's been a little bit difficult trying to figure out how to talk about a trailer where I can't show any of it. And yes, there is a low quality recording floating around of the trailer. However, it's still not been officially released by AMC, and I don't want to risk pissing them off and getting my videos taken down. And also, I would never, ever condone or watch myself an illegally obtained piece of IP and such as that. So it's taken a lot of thought and preparation and creativity on trying to figure out how to go about discussing this trailer and a workaround for it all, but I think I finally landed on a pretty solid destination here. In a brilliant stroke of creative vision and mild insanity, I decided to do a redraw of the Vampire Lestat teaser trailer released in San Diego. So come with me as we examine in Sharpie 75 original drawings by Autumn Brown based upon the Vampire Lestat teaser trailer. Why? Because I'm so mentally unwell. Bang, 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 bang. We open on an extreme wide shot of a restaurant, mostly empty, chandelier hanging from the ceiling. Daniel's voice comes in. Call comes in from some Hollywood asshole asking whether I want to write the movie version of the book. I'm like, blow me, lose my number. Such a diva. Calls me back a week later. What about a documentary? I'm like, Louis won't even talk to me. He says, not Louis, Lestat, the white guy. A white man? No! I'm like, blow me. I hang up. Calls me back a week later. I want to direct it, figuring that'll end it. I have one meeting with him. I'm meeting with Lestat's lawyer, and it's Vampire Rumspringa for Danny Boy Malloy. Still on the wide, still moving in. Who's Daniel talking to? Who could he be talking to? That's right. Our boy, Louis the Pointula, our favorite guy. Doesn't it feel like home? Daniel and Louis sitting across from each other, having a conversation. They're easing us into this whole tonal shift, okay? Even through the teaser, okay? They say, we'll give you a little bit of what you're familiar with, and then boom, we're gonna change it all. I do want to admit I'm missing a very crucial detail in this drawing, and that's Louis' gold chain necklace. It's really important, and I'm already lashed myself with a cat of nine tails for forgetting it. I can't believe that I would leave that out. It's a horrible oversight on my part, and I'm sorry. But I made a rule to get through all of these. I did no drawings. So you'll notice when things go to shit, I just have to keep drawing over it, and I don't do any redraws. So when it's shit, okay? And you just have to deal with it, all right? Louis responds, I'm glad the book worked out for you. Daniel follows up, you read it? You liked it? Louis says, yes, queen, OMG, ate that shit up like Saturday breakfast. Love. Oh, wait, no, he hated it. I didn't like me in it. Passive, selfish, a liar, and not the lying to myself kind, a fucking liar. Growth, he understands that he lied to himself. He understands. He takes responsibility of that. What he doesn't appreciate, though, is being painted as some fuck-all guy who just wants the world to work how he sees it. Lying to everyone, not just himself. Daniel chuckles, picking up the book. Whose book? Lestat's book. He says he didn't like the part about Claudia and him on the train. Never fucking happened. Scrawled over all the X'd out parts of the book. That's right, Lestat, he's got thoughts, and he's not gonna let the world get away with it. behind a rock star door. Music enters, bass guitar crescendos. We cut to extreme close-up on whose mouth? Who could it be? None other than Lestat, the Lianqua, our favorite guy. The camera spins slowly as it tracks backwards, revealing Lestat, zonked out of his mind backstage, blood trailing down his chin to his chest, to his scarred chest. Guys, how have we not talked about the scars yet? How have we not talked about the scars? Where did they come from? Where did they go? Where did they come from? Cotton Eye Joe. Reigning theory. I think the most valid theory would be attained in the wolf attack, the wolf killer scene. Louis painted over it in his memory because he sees them as perfect and beautiful, even though just because you have scars doesn't mean you're not perfect and beautiful. In fact, even more so perfect and beautiful, we think. I think so. We love a rough, rugged guy. Could be something that happened in the 70s where he wasn't strong enough necessarily to heal himself, or maybe he wanted to keep the scars to show what he's been through. Who knows? Maybe he got it from Rakasha.
What are you talking about?
Lestat zonked. He's gone full Aussie, okay? Beat hits. Sultry voice sings out, I'm a little killer. Shot of baby Lestat picking at his food. Whoa! We get him as a kid. We're gonna see what a terrible home life he has and how that affects him from such a young age. Yay, are we excited about this? Oh, this is gonna be so devastating. Continuation of the previous shot, we're going further and further back. Daniel walks slowly behind Lestat, looks down at him. Not really. He doesn't smack him, but kind of feel like that's maybe what's gonna happen next. Boom! Lestat, 1700s, real human eyes, with a gun! With a gun, like father, like daughter. We love to see it. Who's it pointed at, though? I gotta say, brunette hair, shoulder exposed, which makes me think, lady? Is it a lady? Is he pointing a gun at a lady? Why would that be? Interesting. But also, most likely, I mean, I'm gonna say it's probably one of his brothers or something when he's going out to kill the wolves and they make some sort of comment about him and he's like, you know what? Say that again to my face. If you're so big and brave, why don't you go out and deal with these fucking wolves, bitch? And then he pistol whips him. Lestat and baby Jinx passed out. Paraphernalia littered all around them. That's right. We got cocaine. We got potential crack pipe. We got blunts? I don't know. We got liquor bottles. We got cheetah print chairs. Whatever you want, it's there. I do want to clarify as well, as mentioned before, I would never partake in the viewing of an illegally obtained video of the trailer. Sorry, I'm drawing all of these from my picture-perfect pornographic memory. Did I say pornographic? I meant photographic memory. And what I can't quite ascertain from my memory of it all is whether or not Miss Jinx down here has any bite marks on her throat, because that would be interesting to find out. Is he feeding off of her, or are they just like hanging out, blissed out? Next shot, Lestat walking into his penthouse. Stage handlers behind them, carrying a coffin. He's got his arm around who? Now, I know a lot of people are really hoping that this is Louis. I don't think it is. I'm sorry. And I'll tell you why. A, I think the person that he's walking with is just a little bit shorter than Louis, and given, yes, Lestat could just be walking in heels, and his boots and his heels, making him a little bit taller, making the height difference different. But also, there's a shot later on, and we'll get to it, and I'll point it out, where there's someone sleeping in the foreground while he's looking out onto the skyline. And I feel like that's probably this person. Lestat walking out after a show, fan in his arms, bite marks on her neck, blood dripping down his neck to his chest, but not apparently on his chin, or at least not from what I can tell. So was he feeding on her? Was she feeding on him? Who knows? Maybe it's a reciprocal thing. Why she passed out, though? Is it from the drugs? Is it from the blood loss? The band trails behind him. Fans approach the venue, tour bus in full sight. Don't worship that grave, built on your own. Don't burn alone. What does it mean, guys? I think it's a reference to Nicki, but maybe not. Maybe it's just a reference to himself. See, at first when I saw the don't worship that grave, I thought it was in reference to vampirism and being like, don't wish for vampirism, don't wish for immortality, don't wish for the death. But it's the built on your own thing and don't burn alone that really gets me, you know? Because who is looking to the darker side of things? Who ultimately took themselves to the darker side of things? Nicolas. That's what I'm saying. Obsessed with the fact that we have a tour bus, a double-decker tour bus, taking us around the country. How do I get on that? Lestat, appearing in the spotlight, lips pursed. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Hair flip. He's on that hairography. Beyonce bullshit up in here. The Browns flares. Tough cookie. Slams on the drums. Guitarist and Lestat jumping and jamming together. Lestat tearing away on his violin. Matt Berry on the bass. I'm kidding. He does kind of look like Matt Berry though, at least from my memory. He does. Curly-haired twink sings into the microphone. We've met the band. Oh, that's difficult. Oh, that's difficult to do in a corset. Okay. Lestat doing his moves like Jagger across the stage. Thrust up. Get those people pregnant. But who's in the crowd? Who's in the crowd with the bob of the century and a face of judgment that could only rival your friend who's a self-described empath seeing a homeless person simply existing in the world? That's right. Mother! Gabrielle! Thinking, God, why couldn't I have been barren? Side-eye of the century. Cut to the perks of being not barren. That's right. Who else are you gonna feel up?
You need to leave!
Listen, you got old-ass McGee with the wig or hottie with the body son over here. Which are you choosing? I know who I am. Hey guys, you confused about what's going on? Yeah, most people will be. I know it's kind of hard to tell with all the lines and me not really understanding proportions well, but that's a hand slipping into some pants. Whose hand might that be? Whose hand? Mother Gabriella. Oh God, she looks freaky. Sorry, Jennifer Ely for this drawing. That's not how you look, I promise. Fucking reptilian-ass motherfucker mom. But honestly, that's the vibe a little bit. Mama hand job. That's right. Mama hand job. So, any question about whether or not we're going to delve into the freak shit between mom and son? Oh, yeah. For sure that's happening. I know I said previously that I wasn't sure that they were going to do that. Why? Is that not the riskiest, boldest move for them to make? Why should I have doubted them? I don't know. Every step of the way, I'm just like, I don't know. That's going to be hard for some people to swallow. That's going to be hard to sell to a network. And yet they still do it. And whoa. Implications of all of this. Again, this complicates everything so much. They're making this incestuous relationship explicit. All right. You got to look it in the eye and examine really how it makes you feel inside. Oh, they're so confident. They're so brave. I love it. She's giving him a very teasing face. Yeah. You like that? Is that good? Gabriella. She puts the id in diddlin'. All right. Woo! Long, white, pony, hair, wig, on. The wig is a bold choice. I like the white hair. I think it looks very cool with the modern bob. It's a little bit startling in the 1700s, but I'm coming around to it. Cut to Lestat looking at her, confused, concerned, enticed, sad, and most importantly, covered in blood. Why might that be? Here's what I'm thinking. We've already gotten hints to the wolf killer scene and other little blips and shots from this trailer. And I think this is post-wolf killer scene when he's losing his mind. We have that shot later on of him screaming, looking horrified in this same kind of getup. Is that happening directly after the events of this or leading up to this where he's just out of it? And here comes Mama to do what? Try to make him feel better. How do we do that? And it's confusing, and it's weird, and it's confronting. Is this the first time it's happened? Has this been ongoing throughout their relationship? If so, it could just be a moment, a boiling point of, oh yeah, you really are the man of the house. I'm going to show you you're the man of the house now. Queen of the castle, king of the castle. Lestat, back on stage, flinging off his cape, falling backwards into the welcoming hands of the crowd. Welcoming hands everywhere, you know what I'm saying? Gorgeous, beautiful, awe-inspiring shot of Lestat upside down, crowd surfing over all of these people. You know what I bet what's happening? All these people are like, oh my god, this guy is light as a feather. How is this even possible? When really, Lestat's using the cloud gift. They're like, skinny legend. I could do this with my pinky. Let's gun! Again! He's got a gun. In the woods this time. Are we hunting some wolves? Are we hunting some wolves? Daddy-o, banging on the table. I'm assuming it's his dad. This looks like a similar setup to the shot of where Gabriella's in later on. So I'm guessing this is all at a dinner table scene. Could be the same scene from the baby Lestat. Baby Jinx shouting up to the man on stage. Woo! Nefarious vamp in the crowd. I say nefarious. I mean, it could be killer eyes, could be bedroom eyes. I don't know. Maybe he just wants to sex down Lestat like everybody else in the crowd. Maybe. But I feel like maybe this is a vampire who doesn't like what Lestat's doing. Making vampires well known to the world. He's got something to say about it. Punches being thrown in the 1700s. There's a blondie. There's a brunette. There's another brunette. Brunette and brunette violence. Guys, we've got to make it stop. Gabrielle, angry at the table. Now, this is all the same scene. There was a man standing beside Dad at the table in the previous shot. Could be the guy getting punched. Little Lestat's there. Gabrielle's yelling. He's seeing all of this violence going on as a child. Who knows? Gab mad. She's frustrated. She's angry. Cameraman, boom man, in the audience, capturing who? Lestat, jamming on that damn violin. Vampire Vivaldi for real. Daniel, watching the footage on a monitor in the crowd. God, this is good stuff. God, he's amazing. Damn it. Lestat looks confused, concerned, dissatisfied, distastefully at the crowd. Violin strap across his chest. I'm imagining it's a violin strap. Could be a fanny pack. Like a real sleek one. You know, maybe it's a new thing. Maybe he's starting it. Next year, we're all going to be wearing them. Lestat looking out at the crowd, frozen as the spotlights descend. That's right, the crowd is frozen. Did he do that? Did someone else do that? What's going on here? Bang, bang! Bang, bang! Bang, bang! Cut to Lestat in a mediation room with his fuck-ass sunglasses on. Shirt, as typical. Unbuttoned to God knows where. I bet he's wearing a muumuu, but he's got it completely unbuttoned just so he can have everything hanging out. And who sits across from him in this room? Oh, whoever could that be? Gee, I wonder. Only the love of his life, Louis de Pointelac. Yeah, you remember him? Remember him? Mm-hmm. I got the gold chain in this one. Look at that. Yeah, it's there. Louis smiles at him in that kind of teasing, annoyed, loving kind of way. He really knows how to get under his skin, don't he? Lestat in the sunglasses. I don't even care. Like, I'm just so cool and casual right now. I'm so unaffected by looking at you. I would look at you in your eyes right now, but I just don't even want to do that. Not because it would have any effect on me, but just because I would rather look at the coffee maker behind you. Hope my wig cap wasn't revealed for that long. Probably was. Rip. The music fades. Uh-oh. The boys are fighting. The resplendent joy. Oh, the overwhelming pleasure of seeing Louis and Lestat bickering in a room again together. How I've missed this. He did not direct the play and then come home canoodling with one of its victims, did he? Who did that, I wonder? Repeat the name. That would be Armand. You want to get into Armand? Santiago, I could understand. At least he had the presence, but Armand, typical. Only respects the other white blonde with a stage presence. I'm happy to discuss Armand if you think that would help you, Lestat. Is it true you had a second home in Sausalito with him? We did. Did you take turns driving across the Golden Gate Bridge? Yeah, writing numbers on each other's back and pretending to guess wrong. I bet! Very specific detail to pluck out of thin air. What a verflucht! Happy to announce that we have a new I Heard Your Heart's Dancing. Lestat biting here, Louis biting here. Lestat's at level 1000, Louis calm, cool, collected. Yeah, you want to talk about Omar? Let's talk about Omar. Let's get into it. I'll share whatever you want to know. And the thing is, Lestat doesn't really want to know, does he? He doesn't really want to know. He's just trying to get a rise. And he's not. He's only getting a rise out of himself. Christine's sitting there like, and here he goes again. Here he goes again. At least I am getting paid out the ass for putting up with this guy. Louis's lawyer looks on in disbelief. Louis gives him a comforting pat on the arm, to which Lestat really does not respond to at all. Let's try to circle back to the particulars, Christine says. Whatever she's getting paid, it's not enough. Give her another raise. Lestat, descending the stairs out back, fan from earlier in the hoodie, presenting him with a book, presumably to sign. This book? What's Lestat gonna do? How is he gonna react? Maybe some fangs in the throat? Maybe ripping the book in half? Setting it on fire? Who knows? I want to find out. Daniel walking backstage looking cool as fuck. Raglan Rashid! Raglan Rashid! Raglan Rashid! Listen, at the panel, Rollin kind of made this joke. I think it was a joke where was talking about the people joining the cast, and he did the cast announcements, but then he also said, but we have some people returning, which of course, audience is a buzz. We're going, oh, this is it. This is when we announce, of course, Delaney coming back. And he says, that's right, real Rashid is coming back. And we all threw our hands in the air and cheered. And I think it was meant to be a joke as a build-up of like, you thought I was going to say Delaney, but I said real Rashid. But genuinely, so excited that he's back and he's here and he's part of the child mascot. And who's he here with? None other than Raglan James, the scoundrel, the rascal James. I'm a body thief bitch, okay? Nothing excites me quite like the prospect of Raglan James being here and around. Okay, a lot of things excite me. That's not true. Way more things excite me than this. But still, I think it's something that maybe not as other people are harping on and focusing on, and I will. Just so you know, I'm going to bring this up every single time I can. Even if we never, ever get to Body Thief, that never actually happens. Just the fact that he's there, and I know that he's there, and they did that for us little bookie bitches. But who are they there with? Who's that? It's Louis in this fancy restaurant where Louis was meeting with Daniel before or after. Does Louis meet with Daniel? And then from there, Louis meets with Raglan Rashid, passes off the book and says, this is your problem now, okay? Look at all that he has to say. Your fucking problem. Why is Raglan meeting with Louis? Why is Louis meeting with Raglan? That's what I want to know. Was Daniel there? Was he a part of this conversation? Or is this outside of Daniel? Also, notice, Rashid, what's he got? iPad, that's right. Call up the newspapers, folks. Breaking news, Armand, not an iPad, baby, okay? He was just going method to fill his character. And he got a little stuck in it afterwards, you know? Like Austin Butler with the Elvis voice, or Sydney Sweeney with her character from Anyone But You, who is bad at acting. It just stuck, you know? They couldn't shake it. Armand just couldn't shake the iPad thing. He was just trying to be a good Rashid. R&R is a good ship name, though. What do you think they do when they're back at the hotel? I don't know. I'll let you guys with the keyboards figure it out. Close up, Baby Jinx in the crowd, taking candy. It's just candy, guys. Girl likes her runs. She's a sugar fiend. Guitarist strumming while Lestat is stroking his violin. Urinal! Yeah! Ass! Tight! Corset! Cinched! Dick! In hand! Why? What are we doing? Pissing! Say it with me now, guys. Say it with me. Blood. Piss. Blood. Piss. Blood. Piss. Blood. Piss. Blood. Piss. Ask and ye shall receive. What did I ask for in my pilot perfection video? What did I ask for in the next season? To know more about the bodily functions of vampires. That's what we need follow up on. Rollin, let us know. Season 3. Give us the shit takes. Give us Louis just tearing up the bathroom.
Help me!
What does that look like to you? Questions getting answered. It's a good day to be me, folks. It's a great day. It's just so ridiculous. Now we gotta know about the blood shits. Is that a thing? If there's blood piss, is there blood shit? Is there blood cum? Is it, what more? What more? I want to know it all. We see vampire vomit later on, and we've already seen that, of course. But are we getting blood sweats? Are we getting blood sweats? We got blood piss, we got blood tears, we got blood vomit. Blood sweat? Blood poop? Blood cum? I'm flying high on the wings of an angel right now. I am. Lestat on a horse in the woods, presumably on his way to kill some wolves. Nicki Sighting. Nicki Sighting. Shut it down. Shut it down. Nicki, he looks angry. Some dude coming in to the background. There are two more dudes behind him, but I just got too tired to draw. I had to eat something, so I didn't draw them. I'm sorry. Devastate me, boy. That's all you must do to me. I want you to break my little heart into a million tiny pieces. Ugh. Lestat looking at us all, seeing the love there that's sleeping, while his guitar gently weeps. He looks at the world, and he notices it's turning, while his guitar gently weeps. 'Cause he's sitting there, doing nothing but aging that doesn't matter, while his guitar gently weeps. Oh! This is who I was talking about earlier. I think Lestat was leading someone back to his penthouse, pale proxy of Louis, perhaps, to leave behind and realize it is just a pale proxy. None of these people are filling the void that's within himself as he stares out at the city skyline, playing his guitar. Hauntingly beautiful. Hauntingly lonely. Typical mommy-son activities, walking towards the strip club. Lestat in this fuck-ass Sherpa denim jacket thing. I love it. I want 10 million of them in my closet. Gabriella in her business wear for the club. I don't quite understand what this coat is. As you can tell by how I drew it, I gave her the badonkadonk of a lifetime. Aunt Fanny up in this bitch, okay?
My anaconda don't want none unless you got buns, hun.
But it's editorial, it's structured, it's fabulous, and I love it. And it looks maybe a little bit pink. Maybe he was trying to copy a certain look by mommy later on. Unfortunately, with how I spaced this, I didn't include a very key detail, which is a poster of Carol, Carol Papong, aka it's a woman shooting a ping pong out of her vagina, which, what a sight to see. I hope they have that in the show. I, of course, am dedicated to presenting the truth in its totality, so I've redrawn a close-up of the Carol Papong poster for your edification. So this specific shot doesn't necessarily appear this close in the trailer, but Carol Papong deserves her time in the limelight, okay? A diva like that, it's the least I could do. Certain helmeted DJ, who do we think that could be? It's probably just some random bloke, right? Couldn't be anyone who maybe is from previous seasons. Daniel getting a snack backstage, and the snack looks like he's enjoying it. Lestat coming to on stage? On stage, perhaps? It looks like maybe stage lights and a stage up here. Did he pass out on stage? What could he be looking at? Oh, I don't know. Maybe a HalLOUISination? That's right. We got Church Louis. We got Wedding Fit Louis. We got Vampire Louis. The night he was turned. In the crowd, looking up at Lestat. Only true soulmates manifest each other into hallucinations when they're missing one another. Lestat on his Benjamin Franklin bullshit and his John Lennon glasses. Book, accurate, violet sunglasses. Coming into frame. Is this when he's about to turn Gabriella? I think so. Looks like the 1700s. I haven't filmed a whole lot of scenes, so it makes sense that they'd be cutting together a lot of scenes from the stuff that they have. And what do we see in the next shot? Well, that's certain mommy getting turned. Ooh la la. Party in the penthouse. Party in the penthouse. Party in the penthouse. It could happen. Blood piss is real. Blood piss is coming for you. Ugh. Get out of my eye. 8-inch platform stripper heels. Lestat looking lustily. Lestat looking hungrily. Lestat looking sadly up at the stripper on the stage. Red thong all across her body. Cane in hand. His curls, by the way, fabulous. He's like a little poodle. I love him. Baby Jinx coming to on the ground. Bowl of cocaine next to her, smeared all over her face. Sugar fiend. Gab attack. Gabriella is jumping on someone in the 1700s. Maybe it's her first victim, perhaps? Or Marius. I don't think they meet in the past, but I would love it. She just immediately went full mom attack mode on Marius because someone needs to do it. But no, this could potentially just be her first outing as a vampire, and Lestat showing her the ropes. And it's like, oh my god, she's really good at this. Frighteningly good, too good. Damn, this was a life meant for you. She's leaping, she's terrifying, we love her. The most important shot of this whole trailer, this right here. Lestat doing this. Through the crowd, what's more important? That's so me at the club. It's all arm movements and jumps, baby. That's all you get from me. It's Kate Bush or nothing. True monster mommy. Oh yeah. Fangs out, blood in the hair, on the face, on the teeth. She looks amazing. She was meant to be a vampire. She really does look frightening. She looks like a monster. She looks like a creature. And it's just blood and fangs and the rest is acting, but it's great. Lestat screaming, bloody, horrified. Post wolf killing, methinks. Post hand job, perhaps. What if that's his cum face? Who said that? Honestly, I work with a bunch of children, don't I? Would that not be the gag of the century, though? He's so appealing and seductive and undeniable up until the moment. And you're like, oh. Yeah, that's not working for me anymore. I'm so sorry. Moving on. Getting out of the car. Blazer on. Pinked up. Baby. Everybody wants his photo. And who can blame them? Who amongst us can blame them? His beautiful green muscle car with his vanity plates. If you know, you know. Getting his photo taken on the red carpet. Yes, this is my desktop background. And what about it, guys? What about it? Cut to my desktop background at night. Gabriella and a topless stripper. Well, I'm just assuming she's a stripper because she's topless. She could just be an attendee making out at the club. Let's have a moment of silence and just ponder this for a second, okay? Lesjesus strikes again, and I can't help but think of the quote that Roland Jones says that this season is a near Messiah having a fucking breakdown. Lestat, cracked out of his mind, coming up from the ground. Blood everywhere. On the toilet, on the walls, on the cabinets, on his body. Been there. Been there. It's a tough Sunday morning, guys. But you'll make it through, little buddy. You're gonna make it through. Head on the toilet. That's when you know shit's got real. Music cuts off as Lestat looks into the camera, flings his hair, shooting droplets of blood all over the camera lens. Ugh. Cameraman's voice coming from behind the camera. He did it again. Fucking asshole. A cameraman whose voice suspiciously sounds like a certain uncle of mine. Lestat struts forward, slams the door, keep out sign, the vampire Lestat underneath it, like a 14-year-old boy who's just discovered Sports Illustrated for the first time. He's gonna turn on his corn. He's just gonna rage out in there. Go on, little buddy, go. Rock beat returns to the applause of everyone in the crowd as the Vampire Lestat title card appears on screen. And that was the trailer as told by Autumn Brown Drawings. Hope you enjoyed it. And if you didn't, fuck you. Well, that was a sudden ending, wasn't it? I'd initially planned on discussing the things that stood out to me from the trailer, but I feel like this deserves to stand on its own. So I'm going to talk a little bit more about the trailer and an Autumn Nights coming up. I have some talking points, some things that I want to discuss, but if there's anything you want to discuss, leave a comment below. And who knows? Probably get to it. Bye.
Well, she's walking